How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to my Tsukihime Arcueid Route playthrough. And today, it is a bit late in the evening, so I'm gonna have to be a little bit quieter. So I probably won't voice everything, but I'll still react to stuff, pretty much. I do have a pretty long stream planned today, I guess. We're gonna get as far in as we can. I also did manage to get the English translation for the Tsukihime remake working. So I played through the prologue of that a bit, or the opening of that a bit. And yeah, I like that. The sad thing is that the Arcueid Route or whatever isn't completely translated yet. It's close, but it's not quite there. And even after I would finish that, I would still have to play through this on here normally in order to reach the far side routes, so I'm just gonna not bother with the remake for now. I will play through the CL route when the remake happens, when her route gets translated and released, basically, so that'll probably be who knows, a year or two from now maybe. But yeah, that'll be what I play my Tsukihime remake first playthrough, on the near side at least. When we get to the far side stuff, yeah, it's still gonna be, because that's gonna be a separate game, so it's gonna be even longer until that would actually be translated. So a little bit unfortunate, but we'll make do with what we have. Last time we just spent the night, we just slept, so we're gonna pull this up again. A memory slot 2. Load from memory, yes. And this is episode 3 of my gameplay playthrough. Awoo. You hear the wave-like sound of something's voice. Awoo. Something is howling. It's too sharp and high-pitched to be a stray dog. Awoo. It echoes in my eardrums. Is it howling at the moon? Awoo. This doesn't feel right. The beastly howling is beginning to give me a headache. A woo, a woo. A woo, a woo. That's the sounds that a woos make, you know? It doesn't stop. You guys can read the screen if you're rewatching this pretty much, but I'm gonna sort of shut up now. Just kind of take in the visual novel. Just shut up already. I wake up. I can't hear the sound of the dog barking outside the window. The clock indicates it is just past 11. But yeah, I guess I'll read it out loud. This is more than just a neighborhood nuisance. Damn, I can't sleep like this. The dog's howling comes from somewhere near the mansion's fence. It doesn't seem like I can go back to sleep at this rate. Even Akihai and the others wouldn't be able to sleep with a racket like this. Since I'm the only man in the house, I guess I've got no choice but to investigate. Oh no, famous last words. Bro, he's gonna totally die. I think it's coming from the right side of the mansion. I open the curtains and check what's happening outside. And outside the room is a large tree. On one of the branches is perched a blue crow. A blue crow? Bro, that's horrifying. Look at those red eyes. In the dark night, I can see nothing but black. And yet it's quite clear to me that the crow is blue. I've never seen or even heard of a blue crow before. It glares at me. It feels like the eyes of the crow are staring at me, like soulless mechanical lenses. Ka. After I'll yawn like cry, it noisily flies off. Interesting. A woo, a woo. He left. Something's going on. The howling echoes through the nights. The sun is definitely coming from the right-hand side of the mansion. For some reason, my throat feels dry. The high walls stretch their way around the mansion. Getting my throat, I head towards where the dogs must be gathered. I probably shouldn't go out there. Just saying, but his house probably has some sort of like barrier that protects them inside of it. And that's why there's such a strict curfew or something. I arrive at where the howling originates, huh? The howling doesn't stop, but there are no signs of any dogs. All there is a person. Under the light, the street light that carves apart the darkness, stands a man in a dark coat. The howling is coming from right beside him. There are no dogs to be seen anywhere. The man in the coat is pretty tall. His strongly built body and his back is facing me. My throat's so dry. The voice of the dog resounds in my ears. The night air coils itself around my skin. For no apparent reason, I have difficulty breathing and moving, as if I'm at the bottom of the sea. Caw, a cry overheard. Loudly flapping of wings, the blue crow lands into the man's shoulder. Then suddenly the crow vanishes. Ooh, that sounds kinda creepy. The man in the black coat turns around. Oh gosh, this dude looks creepy. The man in the black coat turns around under the white streetlight. He's just like a shadow. A black lump. In the middle of that lump, only the weapon-like eyes shine out, burning with fiery intelligence. Ah, I can't breathe. But fortunately, those eyes seem like they're not even looking at me. Not here after all. The man with the black coat leaves. When I can no longer see him, I'm finally able to breathe properly again. Ooh. Bro, what the heck was that about? There's no sign of Akia or the others being awake. I guess I'm the only one who couldn't stand the dogs howling. Why am I trembling? Looking down, my fingers are trembling. My entire body is shaking. My back feels very cold. Yo, how's it going? Atonarch 998. Greetings. Welcome for stopping by the stream. We're playing Tsukihime. Pretty much just started like 2 days ago, basically. Yup. It's a POG visual novel. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Cool. Let's see. I feel dizzy. It's just like the unusual anemia. Is that horror? Sort of like horror. There's definitely some horror element stuff in it. But this is an old visual novel from 2000. It's called Tsukihime. It's if you know the author of like Fate Stay Night, you might recognize this a bit. I get the feeling of falling towards the floor. On the way, I see something unpleasant. Oh gosh, the cracks. Okay, if I see jump scare, I'll scream like a chapter 2 maybe. Yeah, there's no jump scares. It's so old that like there's like not really any animation completely. It's pretty much just like PNG images just placed on the background, so you ain't got nothing to worry about. Even though I'm wearing my glasses, I can still see the lines. I hadn't seen them at all for a long time, so my reaction is magnified. I feel sick. By the way, I'm playing Genshin. Nice. Yeah, I'm sort of taking a break from Genshin. Because, like, I don't know. I still need to explore everything. And I enjoy doing that, but, like, I'm just taking a break at the moment. I haven't even posted any YouTube videos in, like, week and a half pretty much, so I'll probably get back into it when we get more substantial Sumeru stuff though. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna get back to playing the game. What's going on? I don't understand. Only that as long as my eyes are open, scribbles fly everywhere across my vision. It's a bad dream. Somehow I managed to collapse into bed. Yes, I should sleep. That's the easiest way to deny what I'm seeing. My body doesn't move as I want it to. All I should do is lie and fall fast asleep like a corpse. Ooh. Did you get Yalan? Yeah, I did. I wish this didn't go like the best though. It's just sad. Ooh, chapter 2. Inversion Impulse 2. Oh wait, was that second day? I think I was at Inversion Impulse the first time maybe. Sensei told me. My eyes could see the points where things could easily be broken. And if that thing were to be a person, then what I would see would be their vital spots. Lines which, if cut, could break something apart without any effort. With those lines, even things as hard as steel could easily be cut. In other words, everything in existence has its destiny of breaking internalized within it. This is something inescapable for anything with a physical form, Shiki. That's what Sensei had said. I was still a child back then. I remember finally understanding what she meant and getting scared. In other words, the world is full of cracks, and it could collapse at any instant. If there are scribbles all over the ground, then there is a possibility that the earth would start breaking apart if I walk over it. When I realized what she meant, I thanked Sensei from the bottom of my heart for the glasses that she gave me. I couldn't have gone on living if I had continued to see the lines all the time. The points where things could easily be broken. There isn't a single advantage to being able to see them. At least that's what he thinks right now. Just wait until later. Might be quite advantageous. Good morning. I hear an unfamiliar voice. It is morning. It is time for you to awaken, Shiki-sama. Stop calling me Shiki-sama already. I told you yesterday it sends chills down my back. I wake up. Hisui stands far from the bed, just like a statue. Where am I? Good morning, Shiki-sama. The girl in the maid uniform bows. Ah, yeah, I came home, right? Pushed myself up, looking around the room. In that instant, I felt a sharp pain in my temples. Huh? Are you looking for your glasses? Hisui gently hands me my glasses. Whoa, look, the lines disappeared. Phew. I let out a breath. Last night before I went to sleep, I had the feeling I was seeing the lines, even with my glasses on. Seems like it was just my imagination. Maybe it's because I slept in an unfamiliar room and my mind is hazy. Shiki-sama, Hisui calls out to me. Shaking my head, I shake away my sleepiness. Good morning, Hisui. Thanks for coming to wake me. There is no need to thank me. It is my duty to come and wake you, Shiki-sama. Hisui gives a plain and completely expressionless response. Even in an unfavorable light, I think Hisui's features are beautiful. Yes, indeed. It should be wonderful for such a girl to wake me every morning, but as Hisui never smiles, I don't feel that happy about it. What a shame. If Hisui only had half of Kohaku's brightness, she would be really cute. You need something? Realizing I am looking at her, Hisui stares straight back at me. No, nothing at all. Waking up with you there makes me feel like I'm really at the Tono mansion. Now then, getting off the bed, I stretch out both arms. Suddenly I realize I'm wearing pajamas. I'm sure that yesterday, huh? I thought I slept in my uniform last night. Yes, since it's bad for your health to do so, Nissan changed your clothes and put you to bed afterwards. That's funny. Hisui explains it as something perfectly natural. I see. She changed my clothes. It's true that I could have caught a cold if I just slept like that. That's superstition. Darn Japanese people and their superstitions. Like a lot of superstitions originated over there, pretty much. Kind of funny. Definitely find it funny. What's the kind of a tentative service you'd expect from a maid? Hey, wait a minute. I quickly check my pants and underwear. My pants are brand new pajama pants. Even my underwear is new. What? Oh, I want to say, what the hell did you do? But somehow the words are stuck in my throat. I've got to calm down and think things over for now. Let's see. First of all, half the blame belongs to me. And the one who changed me wasn't Hisui. It was her sister, Kokohaku-san. Oh wait, that changes things. I thought it was like... I saw Akiha changed his clothes or something. That's kind of funny, but bro... Kohaku... Bro, Bro, Kohaku best girl already, just saying. Bro, and she's like the last to route, so... Oh my god, it's gonna be well worth their wait though, I think. And we're only in the first few chapters. Hisui, what is it? You don't have to do anything uncalled for like this from now on. If you have to, please wake me up. I can change myself, so I'd like to do so. My face is a deep red as I say all of this. Hisui obediently nods in affirmation. Your uniform is folded and waits you over there. Please come to the sitting room after you have changed. Damn it, how careless could I be? It was careless of me to begin with when I fell asleep on the bed like that. But to not have woken up while I was being changed is over the top. Usually I would have sensed it, but maybe I was just really tired. Complaining to myself isn't going to change anything. I can't just keep standing here talking to myself like an idiot. I'd better hurry up and change than go have breakfast. No, there's nothing wrong with being naked, is there? Yep. There was nothing wrong with it, but I couldn't help being embarrassed at the fact that I was being changed by the warmly smiling Kohaku-san. To top things off, the face in the mirror keeps smiling from time to time despite being bright red. Are you really okay, Tonoshiki? I thought you were supposed to be uneasy about staying here, you amateur. Ha ha ha. Funny dialogue. Akiha and Kohaku-san are relaxing in the sitting room. Akiha is wearing the uniform of the Asagami Ladies Academy. Asagami Fujino from Karno Kyokai. A famous school for young girls. Huh. I wonder if there's a relation there of some sort. Story connection. Who knows? They're drinking tea together gracefully as if breakfast ended a long time ago. Greet both of them. Yes. Good morning, you two. Good morning, Shiki-san. Wearing a white apron that suits her, Kohaku-san replies with a smile that could not possibly be any larger. Yo, I'm calling it right now. I don't even know what the heck's gonna happen, but if they put Kohaku route as the last one, and you know how like Sakura is like the last route also of a Fate, if Kohaku is the last route of Tsukihime, bro, she probably has some like crazy trauma in her life, something like that, or like she's actually like some sort of like crazy complex character, kind of similar to Sakura, where like she's just presented as like wholesome like to begin with, and you don't know much about her until you get to her specific route. Like if that's the case, like bro, oh, I can't wait. On the other hand, Akiha just cast a glance at me. Not even a greeting. Certainly took your time this morning, Nisan. He certainly knows how to put a damper on things. Took my time. It's barely past 7. It only takes 30 minutes to get to school from here, so I'm actually up early. So you're saying you're going to finish breakfast in just 10 minutes? You're not some starving dog, so if you're going to eat breakfast, I'd like you to take your time. Akiha's words really do have thorns. Speaking of dogs, there's what happened last night. Oh, what happened last night? Does that happen every night? What? Akita tilts her head slightly in response to my question. Seems the point of my question has completely failed to reach her. Talking about what happened last night, that noisy woof 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 racket. Even you wouldn't be able to sleep with that going on, right? Nissan, what are you talking about? Nani? I'm talking about last night, of course. Around 11 at night. Some stray dogs were barking their heads off. Akiha and Kawaku-san exchange looks, and then together they both look back at me. It's like they think I'm some kind of a nutcase. I can't just let this slip by. Fine, I'm not asking you anymore, Akiha. Kawaku-san, it was really noisy last night, wasn't it? Was it really? I didn't think the wind was quite strong. But the only unusual things I found while looking around late at night was you, sleeping in your uniform on top of your bed. Ah yes, I'll be more careful from now on. What? What happened, Kohaku? Oh no. Interrogation time. Kohaku going, oh no. Oh, nothing in particular. Shishin just has bad sleep posture, that's all. Kawaku-san dodges Akiha's question with a smile. Bro, if Akiha, I mean if Kohaku-san is behind that whole event and that kind of stuff, that would actually be like incredibly crazy. But we'll have to just wait and see. It'll probably like take forever. Come to think of it, Kohaku-san is calling me Shiki-san now. Whoa, that's so nice. Seems like Hisui passed on my message from last night. Are you sure neither of you noticed? Those dogs were barking for about 30 minutes straight last night. Woof woof. If that isn't noisy, I don't know what is. Haha. Really was woof woof panic, wasn't it? Somebody got the feeling Kawaku-san has missed the point. Huh? What the? That's basically how it was. I don't remember anything like that. You don't either, do you, Kohaku? No, I don't. Sorry, Shiki-san. There wasn't anything particular like that last night that I can remember. But what did happen? What was going on? The only possibility left I can think of is that Nissan had a dream about it. Well now she mentions it, maybe it was a dream, but you must have had a nightmare because you aren't used to the mansion yet, Nissan. Oh, I know what. If that stray dog barks again tonight, perhaps we shall start an extra vicious guard dog here. A malicious giggle comes out of Akiha. I am now out of time, so please excuse me, Nissan. Please do take care not to get attacked by any dogs on your way to school. Haha. Akiha leaves the sitting room. Kawaku-san leaves to escort her to the doorway. Now seems like a good time to come to a conclusion. Given what's happened from last night until now, it's a no-brainer to work out that for some reason Akiha really hates me. I'll leave for the lobby after I eat breakfast. Kawaku-san made for me. Will there be enough time, Shiki-sama? Yeah, it's not even 20 minutes school from here if I run. It's 7:30 now, so I could make it even if I take the long way. Satisfied with my explanation, Hisui nods. Very well, I will escort you out. Yeah, thanks. It's terribly embarrassing to have A personal servant. Please wait. With pattering footsteps, Kohaku-san runs down from the second floor. Bro, dude, once Kohaku gets like actually like animated, if they do a Tsukihime anime, pretty soon, like, dude, bro, just Kohaku just on another level. Oh my gosh. Huh? Weren't you with Akiha? Lady Akiha goes to school by car. Since I had something to give you this morning, I stayed behind. Something to give me? Yes. This came from the Arima family yesterday. Haku-san smiles. But I have all my luggage ready. Or the things I used while I was at the Arima's house all belong to them, so I've got my own clothes. Really? This was sent here nonetheless. Kohaku-san sent me a thin wooden box, perhaps 20 centimeters long. Ooh. Bro, something. Okay, I've never seen this before. Well, apparently it was left to you by your departed father. It was to be given to you in the will. By the old man? I can't feel anything about that. It's for the old man who expelled me from his mansion 8 years ago doing leaving me things. Oh well, Kohaku-san, please take it to my room for me. Dude, I wonder what's actually in there. We're gonna have to wait until after school, probably. Kohaku-san is staring intently at the wooden box. Seems almost like a child who wants a toy. Stare. No, she is a child. I get it. You want to know what's inside, right? Oh, not at all. I merely wondered for a moment. Like I said, you do wonder what's inside. Alright, let's open it. 1, 2, 3. The dry sound the wooden box opens. Inside there is a 10-centimeter bar of thin iron. It's an iron bar. Undecorated and worn, it has finger marks all over it. The old man must have really hated me to leave me a piece of junk like this. No, Shi-san. It's a fruit knife. Kohaku-san takes the iron bar out of the box. See, isn't it one of those folding knives? Ooh. With a chink, a 10-centimeter blade pops out from the bar. See, it certainly is a knife. It's old, but it seems pretty old. Pretty solid. The year and the area it was made in is written on the back. Kohaku-san erases the blade and hands over the knife. This is basically like a retractable blade kind of thing. There's a number written on the grip. Character 7. Under the character Knight. 7 Knight. Nissan, there's no era by that name. It just says Nanatsu Yoru. Surprised, I turn around. Hisui, who had been silent until now, was looking at the knife over my shoulder. You surprised me, Hisui. You should say something. You don't have to look over my shoulder like that, you know. If you want to see it, I'll show it to you. What was she blushing? Please excuse me. It's so beautiful that I could not help myself. Beautiful? Really think it's beautiful? It looks kind of beat up to me. Not at all. The tempering of the blade is masterful. I think it is a knife with its own proper history. Yes, I bet so. I bet it is. It probably does have quite the history. Wait, give me 1 second. I gotta check something. I gotta check one thing real quick. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure we're still alive. Well, not making sure we're still alive, I'm making sure it's looking good on here. Bro, I love making anime content. It's so fun. I just wish I could actually get more subscribers and traction on videos, but that takes a while to actually get there, so What if we keep playing light novels? We keep playing visual novels then. Who knows, that might become what we get known for. And I would not mind whatsoever, because they take a long time, there's plenty of content, and yeah. It looks to me like a piece of junk. But since Isui seems so convinced, I began to feel the same thing. Huh. In its own way, I guess it's not such a bad inheritance. 7 nights. Maybe that's just the name of this fruit knife. Maybe though, I can't imagine him naming a knife like that. Whatever the case may be, it's obvious that it's an antique. Well, in any case, I believe in taking what's given to me. I replaced the blade and put the knife in my trouser pocket. Good choice. Good choice. Shiki-sama, have you enough time? I have to get going. Okahaka-san, thanks for the delivery. You're welcome. Okahaka-san smiles and waves. Through the doorway, I pass through the garden. Commotion. On the right side of the mansion. Heard that someone found bloodstains on the road east of the mansion. Bloodstains? You mean leftover blood? Yes, there was blood on the mansion fence too. The police came to inquire about what happened last night while you were sleeping, Shiki-sama. Does that mean someone died? Oh no. Oh no. All that has been found are the bloodstains. Dude, my story predictions are probably way off, but wouldn't it be crazy if Shiki was the one who's been like murdering people this whole time? And like he even killed like his dad or something? Or something like that, but he was being like controlled by the Blue Crow dude, I guess. That would be crazy, but I don't think it's something quite like that. East side of the mansion, that's around where the man in the black coat was last night. Bloodstains, traces of blood, traces of red. Come to think of it, I get the feeling I saw something red. Shiki-sama. No, it's nothing. Shaking my head, I shake off the bad images. Well, I'll be going now. Thanks for seeing me off, Hisui. Goodbye. Please take care on the way. Hisui bows deeply. I'm not sure what to take care about, but she's probably just worried about my health. Yeah, thanks. You take care too, Hisui. It's only right to repay good intentions with good intentions. With an energetic wave of the hand at Hisui, I leave the gates of the mansion behind. Apparently there are not many who live around here. 7:30 in the morning. For the last few days, the atmosphere has been a little heavier. It's probably due to the serial killings. There are less people in the streets in the evenings now, too. You better cut down on the hanging out at night, Ryuhiko. The face of my bad friend drifts into my mind. Be the sort to carry on hanging out at night regardless of the atmosphere in town. Only about 10 minutes and still the school gates close. I dash along the asphalt street so I won't be late. Running to school. It seems like it took 20 minutes rather than 30 from the mansion. I need to leave around 7 if I want to go slowly since I ran several times on the way. Yup. Classroom just minutes before homeroom is full of commotion. Scattered all over the classroom are my classmates intent on talking until the teacher arrives. Yo, you're late, Tono. Yo, look at it, who it is. It's Ari. Good morning, Tono-kun. He's accompanied by someone very unexpected. Senpai, why are you in our classroom? Dumbfounded, I point to Ciel Senpai like I'm looking at a ghost. Huh? Is it so unusual? I was just wondering if you were in class, so I had to come over to see you, Tono-kun. Unusual? The seniors never come to the junior classrooms. There's all sorts of reasons, but the biggest one is that they're just too far apart. Oh, I see. Senpai nods with a serious face. You don't have to worry about that. Despite my appearance, I'm a fast runner. It takes me less than a minute to get to my class downstairs from here. Senpai emphasizes her point. I guess she's not just the kind of person who cares what other people think. Quit whining, Tono. What's wrong with it anyway? Senpai here because she wants to be. Ari being Ari plunks himself down on my desk and starts up a merry conversation with Senpai. I don't mind, but you ought to get back to your class 2 minutes before homeroom starts, Senpai. I feel tired for some reason. Sighing, I sit down. Inui-kun, it seems Tono-kun is feeling down. Yeah, he's probably feeling irritable because he's not used to his life after moving. Tono doesn't mind most things, but he's got a bad habit of throwing a fit when faced with things that he doesn't understand. Doesn't look like the type to get angry. No, that's not true, Tono. You see, is usually pretty mature, but when he encounters something he doesn't understand, kaboom! Yep, you'll change your opinion since you see him lose it. Once you see him lose it, so you can't just trust him like that, Senpai. Two of them whisper to each other. Hey, listen, if you're going to talk privately, do you mind doing it in the hallway? I can hear every word you say when you do it at my desk, so there's no real point to it. What? You could hear us? Ari gives an exaggerated reaction of surprise. No one could say angry after being hit with an act like that. Someone puts her hands to her mouth, and I can't tell how serious she is. If it's Senpai, she may have actually intended to talk privately. That's terrible, Tono. Listen, on the lovey-dovey private conversation between me and Senpai and me, you've sure got some nasty hobbies. Arihiko points at me. Are you trying to pick a fight with me, Arihiko? Actually, please do. Right now, I'm more than willing. Arihiko shakes his head. Of course not. You're my dear friend, right? I'll exchange fists with even my parents. But I have a policy of not fighting with any of my friends. Yeah, that's his voice right there. The kinda punk kind of voice, you know? Keep forgetting to do it though. I'm the very model of chivalry. That's amazing. I guess chivalrous people could punch their parents in the world that's inside his head. I see, that's a pretty rotten policy. You pretend to be depressed, but deep down, you're the same Tono as always. Yeah, I had nothing to worry about after all. It hits me a couple times in the back. Arihiko hits my back some more. So how's your new house? Pretty heavy and stressful by the looks of it. Can't really say. Had a bad dream last night and the people at my house gave me the cold shoulder. I see. Sounds rough. Arihiko nods with a difficult expression. And Senpai is silent, staring at us while we have our trivial conversation. Senpai. Tonaka, and you really do get on well with Inui-kun. Are you serious, Senpai? You must need thicker glasses if that's what you think after seeing what just happened. No, not now, Tonaka. You really reacts when you're with Inui-kun. Really open and trust him a lot. Senpai smiles happily for some reason. Exchange looks and tilts our heads. Oh, I'm so envious. I really admire how your friendship allows such understanding without you getting worried over each other. Senpai is impressed. Whoa. It's just that you two don't realize it. But maybe it'll end if you do. In that case, it'd be best if you two just remain as you are. That's truly a miraculous balance. I'll be going now. Did you watch the news this morning, Tono-kun? No, the house I moved to doesn't have a television, so I can't watch the morning news. Is that so? Well, I'll just ask you straight out then. There was a big mansion on today's morning news. Is that where you live? Huh? It's morning's news. As you mentioned it, Hisui and the police had come to talk. Yeah, that must be my house. I heard the police came this morning to ask us questions. Is that so? You mustn't be out playing late at night, Tono-kun. Senpai leaves quickly. I watch her silently and... Tono. What? I'm not listening to any more of your trivial garbage. It's not trivial. It's becoming a big problem. Becomes somewhat familiar for Senpai that she even comes here to see you. Yuko stares at me gravely. Well, I don't know anything about it. I've only started talking to her recently. Maybe she just came here on a whim today. Come to think of it, aren't you pretty familiar with her too? No way, man. It's taken me 7 days to get her to remember my name. Oh, that's unusual. Wasn't it your policy to not deal with girls you can't pick up in a day because they're too much trouble? It's for normal girls, but Senpai is different. I've kept it secret all this time, but actually, hey, you like senior girls who look good with glasses on, don't you? Hakuyo's face turns red. You know all along, my dear friend. Yeah, I knew. You're friends after all. We're friends, I feel. Okay. Got the same interests. Blah blah blah. That's why you're into the same type of woman. Arihiko nods in agreement and heads back towards his own seat. I guess it was a short friendship, Tono. Yeah, exactly right. We have Arihiko off. The teacher comes in at about the same time. Alright class, today we're gonna learn about homicide. Do you know what homicide means? It appears as if one of us in this class does know what homicide means. Shiki Toto, could you stand up and tell us what homicide means? Who knows? I bet he does know what homicide means. The morning lessons are over. Arihiko has gone ahead to the cafeteria. Now where should I have my hot lunch? Once again, he doesn't have his lunch pail, but I could select it anyway. Because I mean, like, there are people that have lunch in the classrooms. That's what they kind of do. Also, like, when I was in high school, like, during, like, COVID or whatever, we'd have, like, lunch in the classrooms, pretty much also, and, like, I have to say, it is kind of bussin', but, I don't know, I'm usually generally the silent one at tables. Like, I had people I would sit with, kind of, Because, like, pretty much I just love good lunch conversation entertainment. And then occasionally I throw a few interjections in occasionally. Let's see. I think go to the cafeteria. So ideally in the chaotic student-filled cafeteria as usual. For some reason the udon and the soba are better than the meals set at our school. The meal sets at our school, so next year I decided to have some udon. TV is showing the news. TV was set up so the students can watch the recorded morning news during lunchtime. Hey, that's pretty nice. Hey, even without a TV. Yeah, like when you're home, you can get that plenty of that kohaku time. Yes. Bro, I might actually like actually like hard stand kohaku already. Like I might actually do it. Might definitely do it. Don't underestimate my ability to appreciate kohaku-san. Kohaku-san. Bro. I don't know what it is, but it's like kinda hot in here. I might turn my fan on real quick before we continue. Oh, and also I got M&M's. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, I just found a big old chocolate bar. I forgot I even... Oh, it's special dark? Dark chocolate. Ooh, guys, you can... people rewatching this are gonna be like, whoa. Yeah, this is lunchtime for him, so it's lunchtime for me. I also got some other stuff in here. I rarely eat candy, but when I do... Oh my gosh. Oh my god, Milky Ways. Ooh, and it's unopened. You hear that? That's the sound. That's the sound of delicious Milky Ways. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like, totally unopened. I forgot I even had this thing. I even had that, but yeah, usually I don't eat candy much. Chocolate's good all the time, but let's see what else I got in here. It's the Titanic. Why do I have a Titanic something in here? Oh, no, that's okay. A steel penny. Yeah, that's the stuff from like my Christmas. That tells you how long it's been since I've actually... That tells you how long it's been since I've actually, messed with my candy stash at all. It's been a long time. I don't even know what this is. What slides out. Oh, these are like little mints. Okay, I'll probably eat these eventually, over time. Those will be nice for birthday. Yeah, this part, just ignore me. Ignore me right now. Okay, is it tricking my face again? Are we good? Okay, looks like we're good. Nice, nice. Yeah, I don't know. I might go with the, actually, while we're kind of paused, I'm gonna open up my Vroid Studio again and see if I can get like spikier hair, kind of, for my character model, for my VTuber model. But dude, I'm gonna devour this chocolate bar. I'm actually gonna devour it. Like, for real, no cap. back into the visual novel. Ooh, that was way longer than I expected. I couldn't even get the stuff to work at all. He is an unidentified killer, leaving no trace and acting with no motive. Crow's perched on the costume veranda. Not the blue crow from last night, just an ordinary black one. Sunlight comes at me. My vision gradually goes white as my sense of balance goes crazy. What the heck? My field of vision sways. It feels like something is building up in the back of my head, and my brain feels heavy. Crap. I know this feeling. It's a precursor to an anemia attack. If I had to describe it, it would say it feels like darkness is pushing from my brain outwards towards my eyes. From the brain outwards towards the eyes. I don't know. I think I've had stuff like that before. Like when you like get up suddenly or something like that, and then like makes your corners of your vision go dark, and then it goes into the center. That's happened to me before. I don't know if that's good or bad, or normal or not. I really don't know if it's normal. Actually, I'm gonna open up my Milky Ways, because why the heck not? I'm in a chocolate frenzy mood right now. I'll just have one. But yeah, this is a bit of a strange stream, but we're gonna be here like a long time. Fall towards the floor. Bro, like he's hallucinating like crazy now. Makes sounds of outrageous proclamation loudly. Sheesh, I don't know what's with him. Your face is pale and all, but no one's going to know. You're feeling bad until you tell them, you know. Arihiko hits me with the bat in the back grumpily. I'll be leaving earlier than Sensei. The classics teacher nods solemnly. Sorry about making you worry needlessly, Arihiko. Don't worry about it. We've been inseparable since middle school. I can tell when you're about to collapse from anemia. I drag my body out of class. Phew, I think I'm feeling a little better. Breathe in the outside air and feel a little rejuvenated. Sheesh, I'm surprised at my own body. 8 years ago, the price recovering from that near-fatal injury was becoming prone to sudden anemia. When I first left the hospital, it would happen at least once a day. There's some time, probably because my body had grown, spontaneous dizziness and anemia became rare. I don't know, but it seems every time there's a crow, like he just collapses as if dead, and maybe that doesn't like alert the dude or something. That would be kind of interesting. From time to time, things still trigger dizzy fits, and I still lose consciousness. Today I was lucky that Arihiko caught me. Usually I wind up passed out on the floor. Taking a slow deep breath, I draw fresh air into my lungs. I can feel the blood pulled around the center of my head begin to swirl around again, so I head away from the school. I veer onto the main street. Once I get through there and leave the residential district, it's a direct path to the Tono mansion. Ah, crap. Looks like I haven't fully recovered yet. Putting my hand on my forehead, I realize it's hotter than usual. I'm not going to do myself any good by pushing myself here till I collapse alongside of the road. Guess there's no helping it. Disgusted with myself, I lean on the guardrail. I'll rest for a bit until I manage to calm down. Don't have much to do, so just stare idly around the street. It's just past noon on a weekday, but the street is filled with passers-by. Crowds of walking people. Nameless people without personalities walk straight ahead, without even casting a glance at the people walking beside them. Even though there are so many people here together in this crowd, in the same space, they see only one thing. Everyone is their own main character, so they only live the day from that perspective. So without really interacting with anyone else, they each end the day by themselves. In a way, you could say that it's a very lonely thing. Begin to think melancholy thoughts, perhaps a result of my fever. Guess I'll go home now. I feel calmer, and all I'm doing here is wasting my time with pointless thoughts. Getting up from the guardrail, I resume heading home to the mansion so I can rest. That is until I see her. Oh gosh. Casually. All I did was casually cast my gaze into the crowd, but my vision freezes. Thump. Golden hair and red eyes. Her clothes are white as if they symbol of herself. Thump. My pulse races. My veins and arteries spring into action. My nerves split one after another. My spinal cord goes berserk, as if it was about to leap out of my back. Thump. Her walking in the crowd is just beautiful. Yes, I would say that as well. A distant dizziness comes back to me. My consciousness swims, falling. Thump. I can't breathe. My fingertips tremble. The blood isn't reaching them. My whole body feels cold, like I'm freezing to death. Thump. My heart beats in a rush, urging me to hurry up. I can't stand it no longer. And unintelligible words escape my mouth. I can't think. My brain tells me only one word. Thump. Just one word repeating in my brain. Her. That girl. I'm going to... What? Wheeze, wheeze. I feel sick. I can't breathe. Hurts to breathe. For some reason I can't remember how to breathe properly. My throat is burning. My eyes are about to burst. My palms are soaked. I feel so cold, but I'm drenched in sweat. I have to follow her. I have to follow that girl. Chase after her, and talk to her. My frozen feet begin to move. My breathing is ragged, like that of a beast. I chase after the girl in white. The girl walks slowly. She doesn't realize I'm following her. If I run after her now, I can talk to her and ask her name. Ask her name. Who am I kidding? You know very well that's not what I want to do. What does he want to do? What the heck? Looks like I want to do something. I can't precisely put what I want to do in words. The inside of my head is misted over like a rain cloud. My throat is hot. I can't breathe. But so what? It's only natural, right? I've just seen that great woman. It would be impolite not to get excited, wouldn't it? Stop her and ask her name. Give me a break. I'm not a kid after all. Don't fully understand it, but there's one thing I must do. With my hands in my pockets, my fingers feel steel. How fortunate. The tools are all here. Bro. She walks. I leave plenty of room between us, so she won't notice. Bro, if you could see my reaction right here, I think I know where this is going. I think I know where this is going. Oh gosh. So the other people around us won't suspect. She and I are complete strangers. That's why I have to do my best to make falling with her look natural. She walks into an apartment building. I don't go in yet, but instead watch from outside. She takes the elevator up. The elevator stops at the 6th floor. I check the common mailbox on the 1st floor. There are 5 mailboxes for the 6th floor. I touch one of them and feel a sharp sensation. I smell it. There's no mistake. Her room is the 3rd one on the 6th floor. I enter the elevator and press 6. I'm excited. I grip the knife on my pocket tightly while in the small elevator. She's very close by. Just a little more and I can blank. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Just thinking about it makes me feel ecstatic. My whole body feels like a sexual organ just before the climax. I get off the elevator. The 6th floor corridor is empty. This is good. Quickly. I want to do it. Bro, is he going? What is? I arrive in front of room 3. I'm about to press the doorbell when I stop. These glasses are in my way. I can't do what I've come to do with them on. It's a promise, Shiki. You should never cut those lines thoughtlessly. Long ago, a woman once told me such a thing, but right now neither her name nor her face comes to mind. Slowly I remove my glasses. I can see the black lines. And not just them. Something happened to my eyes? Apart from those abominable lines, I can see points like black holes. Countless numbers of them. I don't know myself. What I'm trying to do. Why I'm trying to do this. What does Tonoshiki want to do with that girl? Oh gosh. Still not knowing, I push the doorbell. Yes, I hear the voice behind the door, and the door opens a crack. In that instant, I slip through it. The girl says no, she tries to say. She will never get to finish what she tried to say, because I cut her apart before she could. Bruh. In that instant, I slipped through the door. not taking even a second, I draw the knife across the lines running through the girl's body, stabbing, slashing, piercing, driving, splitting into pieces. Completely and utterly, I kill her. The black lines that divide her into 17 pieces, through the neck, back of the head, from the right eye to the hips, upper arm, lower arm, right ring finger, left elbow, left thumb, middle finger, left breast, from the rib of the heart, from the stomach to the abdomen in 2 places. Left groin, left thigh, left leg, left toe, all of them. As I pass by her, not even taking a second, truly in an instant entirely, I dismantle her into 17 pieces of meat. Bro. What in the world? I can hear an incredibly dumb sounding voice. It doesn't feel like the voice is coming from my own throat. Dizziness. Immense pieces of the girl lie before my eyes, her red blood all over the wooden floor, like an overturned bucket of water. This is the choking scent of blood. The cuts are very clean, so her insides don't spill out. Only the color of red goes across the ground. Strange. There was nothing in the room. Nothing but the girl's scattered limbs and me, standing there dumbfounded. Bro, this is actually crazy. Okay, this is like for real. It's taken a turn for the darker already. A sea of red blood is spreading over the floor. In my hands, I grip my knife, the murder weapon. She's dead, but of course she is. She wouldn't be human if she was still alive. Why? There's nothing to ask. I just did it with my own hands. With my own hands, cleanly and instantly, I cut apart this girl I don't even know. Oh my gosh, I killed her. Yes, there's no mistaking it. Or am I mistaken? There's no need for me to do such a thing. That's why it's a mistake. It has to be a mistake. But I had no reason from the start. That's why it's a mistake. It has to be a mistake. The red blood flows all over the floor. So the dark red stain creeps around my feet. Ah. Surprised I lift my shoe. But I'm too late. Like coal tar, her blood makes a thread connecting the pool on the floor and my foot. It's red blood, the color I hate, still flowing even now. All because I cut her apart. It wasn't me. Yes. Has to be a mistake. A mistake. A mistake. Well, a mistake. Definitely a mistake. This is the bad dream. We have to choose this because this will basically take us through the Arcueid route, and if we chose this, it would take us to the CL route because I made that first decision. Pretty much. It's just a bad dream. This is just a bad dream. But somehow the stench of blood smells so horribly real. Wrong. Yes, wrong. But I killed her. Is that fact wrong? I didn't kill her. Is that fact wrong? Yes, Tonoshiki wanted to kill that girl. That's what I wanted to do back then. Just that. It was all so muddy inside my head. I didn't put it into words. Dude, this would be a freaking hell of a first, like, 45-minute episode. Like, for real, they could... Because pretty much all they would have to do is show him going from the Arimas to school the first time, kind of. And then his lead up to the mansion, a little bit of the mansion kind of stuff. And then the scene with the dude. And then they would add this next day. They could probably even well, they would still include that scene, another thing, because it's kind of important, because it's like linking it to his whatever attack kind of things. But dude, This would be a crazy first episode. Crazy first, yeah, dude. I just really hope they adapt it here pretty soon. Cause like, I want to see everything animated. I just want to see how crazy it goes, especially if Ufotable does it. Like Ufotable can make this like freaking Karno Kyokai levels of crazy. I feel like throwing up from the smell of blood. The contents of my stomach rise in my throat. Crimson is soaking into my eyeballs. I feel dizzy. I fall down on my knees into the red sea of the blood. My gastric juices come up. I throw everything back up. My food, my gastric juices, everything while I cry. There is nothing left in my stomach, but my body continues to force me to throw up, as if trying to undo what had occurred, and return me to a normal life. Pain. It hurts like my insides are burning. The tears won't stop. My body collapses to the floor like a pile of garbage. My knees sink into the red puddles spread all over the floor. Red starts to stain my body. It's so painful and red. It's like I'm dreaming. Kept crying. No, that's not right. I'm sad because I killed her without reason. Like breaking apart a doll. I don't understand why I feel like this, why I killed her without reason. I can't find the reason. It's a lie. It doesn't feel real. So this is just one of those dreams I have when I faint. It's a lie. Besides, how can someone cut apart someone like that with just a knife? I read it in a book once. It takes a whole day of strenuous labor to cut someone up, even when using a saw. That's crazy. That's why there's no way I could possibly have done such a thing with just a knife. These lines never existed in the first place. Everything was all just an illusion I had fallen for. It's a lie. My throat is probably bleeding because my stomach keeps trying to throw up everything when there's nothing left in there. It hurts. That's why this isn't a dream, and I'm just lying to myself. It's all lies. Just actually, I understand everything. I lusted after her. Just looking at her aroused me. When I cut her apart, it was so thrilling. I almost congratulated. These eyes, too. If I knew these lines could cut things apart like paper being shredded, I should have understood that even a person could easily be cut apart, just like I did to her. I had lived a normal life without even thinking about something like that. If I really am the sort of dangerous person who could easily kill just about anything, then I should have put out these eyes or lived a life without seeing anyone. I'm sorry, Sensei. I'm so sorry. Not even such a simple promise was I able to keep. Have I gone insane? I don't know. There isn't a trace of that impulse left. The thought of holding back never crossed my mind. I didn't even consider trying to stop myself, kill this girl. It had seemed like an obvious thing to do, and I went through with it. Okay, so there's a few things, because I did see something about like the demon hunters or whatever in the lore. So I'm betting that this probably has to do something with Arcueid being like a demi-human kind of, like not fully human. Because like the demon hunters, like their goal is to hunt like inhumans kind of, pretty much, or ones that have like gone too far down their whatever path. So I'm wondering if that's why he did this. And like I don't think that Shiki himself killed like the other 8 people. That might have been like Arcueid. That might have been her, but I don't know. We'll see. It'll get revealed over time. But like maybe this is his only kill, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. It's like it's probably ingrained in him that he has to do stuff like this. But I'm betting that this right here didn't actually kill her. She's probably just gonna put herself back together somehow. So yeah, that's kind of It's very crazy. Must be insane. Probably been mad since 8 years ago. Yeah, dude. And also another thing, I did do the like opening of the Tsukihime remake, and it wasn't necessarily a car crash. Like it was definitely something bigger than a car crash pretty much going on. But in the original game was presented like a car crash or like some sort of accident. But I guess like it all probably connects to something, but they just decided to present it in that way because it's a little bit more of a pulling you into the story kind of thing. Like I'm piecing stuff together, and it's gonna happen very slowly, and I love doing this kind of stuff because it's just so exciting. But yeah, and like even my thoughts on how Heaven's Feel would end, the Fate Route Heaven's Feel. The movie, it didn't really like, it didn't necessarily like underwhelm me, but it just wasn't what I was envisioning. Like I was thinking that like the Heaven's Feel or like the third magic would be, or like the true ending kind of, would be like, oh yeah, they actually make it to the route completely like that, and like everything just goes and just insane, something like that. But that's not how it ended, which was fine and all. I was just expecting something far more on like a grand scale, like kind of like end of Evangelion kind of levels of crazy. But honestly, how it ended, very good. Tsukihime Abasan. Tsukihime. I can hear the sound of rain coming from somewhere. It's raining. I'm in a daze. My throat hurts when I try to breathe. Ouch. I can speak. Shiki-sama. I'm gonna make him aware of someone. My room. Somehow I'm in my own room. Good morning, Shiki-sama. Hisui, yes. How are you feeling? Hisui asked me an odd question. There's not a single thing wrong with me. Ooh. Why? Yes, why? Why am I asleep in a place like this? Even though I was about to say killed someone, but I stopped myself. My brain tells me that I shouldn't say those words. What am I doing here, Hisui? Do you not remember? Your stool called to say that you left early. However, you did not come back even after dusk. So when my sister went to look for you, she found you resting in the park. Park, you mean the park near here? Yes, when she found you, you're resting on the park bench. Then you returned to the mansion on your own feet. You've got to be kidding. I don't remember any of that. I do not believe it's such an odd thing that your memory is unstable, Shiki-sama. It's difficult for me to say this, but when my sister brought you back, you were in a daze. I don't remember any of this. But I have no reason to doubt what Hisui says. Yeah, it's already 9 o'clock. I don't remember anything. Yes, when you returned to the mansion, you said you wanted to sleep. My sister suggested we call a doctor, but you just said, it happens all the time. Ooh. Guess I do collapse from anemia all the time, but this time it's different because I had killed someone. Huh? What did I look like, Hisui? Huh? My clothing, I mean. Was in my uniform with the blood? It was stained with blood. Your uniform was dirty, so I am washing it. Washing, you mean those bloody-stained clothes? There was certainly mud on it, but nothing like blood. But it was so... Even though I was on my knees in a sea of blood and both my arms and legs had been completely soaked in red. Have you had a nightmare of some sort, Shiki-sama? It looked like you were having a bad dream until now. And you do not look fine. He stares at my face. A dream. That a dream? Was it a dream? That feeling, that smell of blood. That hideously beautiful white girl. No, maybe you're right. It's just a bad dream. Phew, I breathe out slowly. That's right. It's got to be a bad dream. There's no way I could break my childhood promise to Sensei needlessly and for no reason. Yo. Oh my god, this is kind of crazy. I'm finally awake. Yes, if you are feeling better, I'll go prepare dinner now. Dinner, huh? I know it's just a bad dream, but the color and smell of blood still lingers in my mind. No, it's fine. I'm just going to sleep like this tonight. More importantly, Hisui. Yes, what is it, Shiki-sama? Well, it seems like I came back after dusk. Did Akiha say anything? I guess I was not home yet at the time. She came back about 2 hours ago and was informed of your condition through my sister. So he seems to silently ask, what about it? Oh, it's nothing. I was just wondering if she was disgusted with me for causing her trouble on just the second day after I've been back. Saying that he should take a step away from me. Well, I'll be leaving now. Please call for me if you need anything. Yeah, thanks. Oh, one more thing I forgot to ask. Yes, what is it, Shiki-sama? It's raining outside. When did it start? Before you came back, Shiki-sama. When my sister found you, you were drenched. I see. I can't even remember that. It seems like it was a pretty serious case of anemia. If that's the case, I shouldn't have pushed myself and should have just rested at school. Good night. I'm really sorry about today. Please express my gratitude to Kohaku-san too. I understand. Good night. Maybe like he has like, maybe his like, since he said he saw like dots also alongside the lines, my guess is that maybe he has like mystic eyes of future sight. He might have like mystic eyes of future sight also, and he saw like the future there of what he wanted to do, or like what he was going to, or like a possibility of what could have happened, and he like envisioned that basically. But that was because like his future sight was overloading and the glasses couldn't hold it back or something like that. That's what I'm gonna kind of guess. Also, what was the chapter name? What's this dude? Vol Archangel. Pretty sure this is the dude that was in that thing. Dude, Tsukihime remake gonna be kind of crazy. Vlog. Or wait. Chapter 2. I'm just trying to find what I'm going to put in the thumbnail. Just trying to find what I'll put in the thumbnail. Where the... I'm not trying to get like spoiled or anything, but like... What was it called? What was the chapter even called? I don't know. I'm gonna save right here. I'm saving slot 3 real quick. And then we're going to... a collection. Display image. You know, dream, huh? Bro. I'm gonna see if I can... I don't know if I can actually see what the chapters are called. Oh, wait. Anyway, There's that. So effects instantly. Skip parts previously read. Okay, wait, give me like 1 second. Just leave this up here because I can find easily what chapter it would be. It's nothing. Inversion Impulse. Yeah. Wait, we're in Inversion Impulse 2, but I guess there's only one Inversion Impulse in the... I don't know. I guess Inversion Impulse. Inversion Impulse. Tsukihime 1 Inversion Impulse anime film announced by... to be animated by Ufotable. That would be a sick name for like a... That would be a sick name. March 31st, 2022. Wait a second. Great April Fool's joke. Yeah, it's a freaking April Fool's joke. Freaking don't know what his name is. I'm just looking for the, like... Like, I really don't want to get into spoilers. So, I don't know where this is. I'm even supposed to... I guess I'll take out... main villain. Sorry for the extremely long pause. But like, I freaking just need to find this dude. What's his name? Dude, I don't know. I'm gonna have to... Tsukihime. I don't know. I might watch the anime at some point. I'll just have to go back and like screen grab maybe who that dude was, but I want that frame of him like standing in the whatever. I don't know. I'm going to check one more thing, and that is to check the gallery again, but I don't think it would be in here, which kinda sucks. Endings list, there's a lot of endings. I don't know how this exactly... Yeah, I don't think I can see it. That sucks. That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. But I think I'll do the thumbnail as like I think I'll do the thumbnail with like Arcueid. I see, I can't even remember that. Seems like it's a pretty serious case of anemia. It's rest of the school. Good night. I'm really sorry about today. So I please express my gratitude to Kohaki-san too. I understand. Good night. A dream, huh? It's like I don't even know what I felt. But if I can't understand what happened or how I feel about it, how do I know it was a dream? I can hear the sound of rain outside. Oh, I also just had an idea. I'll probably edit out this stuff where I was editing around with my VTuber on my main anime channel, just so it's like more cohesive and set to like Tsukihime stuff. My mind still feels a little heavy. I glanced down at my chest. The old wound from 8 years ago is still distinctly there, like a burn scar. On top of my desk lies the knife my father left me. Maybe that like unlocked his like demon hunting kind of capabilities. That old blade which had cut that white girl into 17 pieces. That was a dream, nothing more. Read this over and over again, trying to placate myself until I sleep. Crazy. But when I was a child, I think someone once told me, don't tell lies that can't even fool yourself. The Black Beast, #1. I'm gonna cross-reference these with the remakes chapters titles also. In progress. MahoTsukai no Yoru. Dude, I can't wait until it actually comes out. That's gonna be December though. I'm real pumped. I'll actually be able to play it on my Switch also, which is gonna be real fun. I mean, I guess we might still be in the Inversion Impulse chapter. But it says 3, so it's day 3. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the original game is different than the remake, that's what I've been told at least. Maybe the rain stopped, I can't hear it anymore. Over and over, as I was about to fall asleep, that scene would replay in my mind and keep me awake. Yeah. Crimson floor and limbs everywhere. Reason to remember our liabilities at times like these. They force me to remember things I only want to forget. It's just a dream, why am I so bothered by it? Yes, just a dream. I should forget it quickly without a moment's delay. Knock knock! Someone knocks on the door. It's past 6 o'clock in the morning. Could it be this early? Excuse me. Shiki-sama, are you awake? Yeah, I've been sleeping since yesterday afternoon, so I'm awake early. So what about you, Hisui? What's happening at this time in the morning? Hisui falls silent. Actually, now that I look carefully, I notice that she has my school uniform in her hands. I see. You brought me a change of clothes. Yes. Hisui keeps silent. What is it that I didn't want to see? I don't get it at all. Don't understand, but thanks anyway. Just leave the clothes there. Get changed soon and go to the sitting room. Hisui nods in assent. Very well then. Please excuse me. Only then to suddenly turn around. Shiki-sama. If you have the time, we'll also prepare a bath for you. A bath? In the morning? Yes. You are terribly dirty, Shiki-sama. Would not be best for you to wash before you go to school? So he asked me with her usual lack of expression, disinterested voice. Now that she mentions it, I am dirty. I did collapse from anemia in the park yesterday after all. So it's not unnatural. Yeah, would you mind doing that for me? I'll have time for that before I go to school if it's this early. I understand. Please come to the bathroom in about 20 minutes. Ooh. Hisui sets my uniform down and leaves the room. It's still 6 o'clock in the morning. With nothing to do, I spend the 20 minutes in my room staring at the ceiling. I enter the bath and pour water over my head, which makes me feel a little refreshed. Take a deep breath as the cold water soaks my hair. What a terrible dream. There's got to be something wrong with me having a dream where I kill a beautiful woman like that. If just one day of living in an unfamiliar mansion is enough to give me dreams like that, I hate to think what the days ahead are going to be like. I've really got to get it together. I clear my head with another splash of cold water and wash myself. I feel a sting as the towel touches my throat. What's this? I look at my neck in the mirror. How did this happen? My throat is red and swollen. It's almost as if I injured it by repeatedly throwing up. Oh no. Return to my room and change into my uniform. It's barely 7 o'clock. Astounded at how much cleaner my outfit is left of the bath, I pick up my bag and leave the room. Kawaki-san has just come out of the sitting room when I go down the stairs. Good morning, Shiki-san. You sure are early today. Kawaki-san makes a bow while smiling. And you look refreshed too. Have you just had a bath? Yeah, I just took one. That's amazing, Kohaki-san. Can you tell? I can't. I can just tell by looking at you because your hair isn't dry, Shiki-san. You certainly look cuter after you've had a bath. I avert my gaze just a little as I'm faced with that warm, carefree smile. It's kind of embarrassing. Please hold on for just a minute. I'm going to prepare some breakfast now. Break fast? I guess you mean something to eat. So this truly thing causes you to remember the color of blood. I don't have much of an appetite at the moment. Is a Western style breakfast like yesterday fine with you, Shiki-san? Yeah, I really don't mind, so breakfast, huh? That bath felt so good that I almost forgot about it. Really? You didn't eat last night either, so I was talking to Hisui-chan about how maybe the sound of your stomach might have woken you up. he didn't eat last night because he ate the corpse. I don't know. I'm just tossing that out there. Probably not what actually happened. Sadly, that's not the case. I've been a light eater since I was little, so I often skip 1 or 2 meals at a time. Dude, I don't know what it is, but this story gives mad like ReZero vibes. Like, my guess is that like at the end of this chapter, Arcueid is gonna be alive still. Something like that. Like, that's probably how they would end like the first episode. I don't know. Depending on how fast they would adapt it. Honestly, I hope it would get adapted into movies, because then they can pretty much just go all out on the gore and the storytelling, pretty much. Because this really is like you can't get into it in just like a 20-minute episode completely. Now that you mention it, you've got a nice body without any excess meat on you. Could it be that you're a vegetarian? Perhaps. Come to think of it, I get the feeling that all I ate at our house were vegetables. Kaka-san busily heads back to the sitting room, but I don't feel like eating anything right now. Ah, that's alright, Kaka-san. I'll go to school without anything today. Tell Akiha for me. Bye. I head towards the doorway. Suddenly my arm is tightly grabbed by Kohaku. Shiki-san. I can't believe it. Kaka-san is angry. What are you saying, Shiki-san? Haven't you looked at the mirror this morning? Ah, well, I took a look in the bathroom mirror. You're lying. You wouldn't say something like that if you looked even once. Kaka-san is seriously angry. Come to think of it, when I saw your face in the mirror, I think I saw death. I think I saw death warmed over. I'll be fine. It's just that I don't have a lot of blood in me, so I look worse than normal people. This won't do. You won't grow without eating breakfast. If you don't have an appetite, I'll prepare you something easy to eat. So please go to the dining room. Holding onto my arm, she drags me towards the sitting room. I've got no choice. I really don't feel like going along with this, but I'll have to accept Kohaga-san's good intentions. Good morning, Nissan. How do you feel? Akiha greets me reservedly. That firmness about here yesterday is gone. Guess it's because she's worried about me. Ah, good morning. I'm feeling, well, good in a certain way. Turning her greeting, I head towards the dining room. Ah, please wait here, Shiki-san. I'll call you when it's ready. Kaka-san disappears into the dining room by herself, leaving me the downcast looking at Akiha and Siku and Hisui, who stands emotionlessly by the wall. This is kind of awkward. Nisan, about last night, is it true that you collapsed in the park? Seems so. I don't really remember it myself, but if that's what Kaoka and Hisui say, then it must be what happened. Oh, stop talking like it's someone else's problem, Nisan. You have a weak body, so if you ever feel bad, please contact the mansion. I will send someone to pick you up right away. Hey, listen, there's no need for that. I'm not like a primary school kid. I can make it home by myself no matter how bad I feel. And I guess the fact that you could not make it home last night would mean that you are a child. It sucks to admit it, but Akiha is right. Yesterday was different. That kind of thing is really rare. Like, just because I have chronic anemia doesn't make my body weak. There's no reason for you to worry about every little thing, Akiha. Yesterday was, you know, just a terminal case of bad timing. Also, a thing that I just thought of right now. When, in like a Kar no Kyokai movie, there's at one point where like Shiki is like, opens the door on someone, and then she like basically like kills them in a way. Or like the person she was going to kill was able to sense that they were gonna kill, and they got like a vision of like them being killed. It was kind of weird, but I don't know, like there could be something along those lines going on here also. Uh, it's probably has to do with like mystic eyes, and it probably is. I think he probably has a combination of the mystic eyes of depth perception and also future sight. That's probably what he has. He might even have more. Might even have more abilities. Who knows? You've only just come back to the mansion. What would I do if you died? Akira is seriously angry. Jeez, you take things too easily, Nisa. Please, take better care of yourself. Even if you tell me that, I don't push myself as it is. I'm not in any clubs, and I do everything the doctor says. You'd have to put me in a sanitarium for me to get any better care. Guess I would love to do that if I could. There's still some time until we eat, so talk about Kohaku-san. Talk about Akiha. About? Talk about Kohaku-san. Akiha, about Kohaku-san. Yes, what about Kohaku? She's a really nice person, isn't she? I was just scolded by her in the hallway. You won't grow without eating breakfast, she said. That sounds like something she would say. Do you like Kohaku, Nissan? No, that's not what I mean. It's just a surprise because I've never scolded like that when I was at the Arma household. Thanks to her, it doesn't seem like I'll be able to skip breakfast from now on. That's right, you're an anemic after all, so it would not do you good to skip breakfast. Dizziness isn't really linked to my diet, but I just nodded obediently. Shiki-san, it's ready. You can hear Kohaku-san's voice from the dining room. Right, so I'm gonna get some grub. Oh, Nissan, please refrain from talking in such an unrefined manner. Akiha shoots a sharp gaze. You finally gone back to normal. I feel like I liked you more when you were calm because you were worried about me. I was not worried about you, Nissan. Akiko looks away with a faint smile and go to the dining room. I'm escorted outside by Hisui. Please take care. Saying the same thing as she always does, she continues to stare at me. Shi-san, what happened to you last night? Last night? Nothing in particular. I was just feeling sick at school, so I left early. I was on my way back when I just collapsed in the park. Well, I guess I was just being careless like Akita said. Well, yeah, I'll be careful from now on. Not placing any blame on you, Shiki-sama, but you look like you're pushing yourself this morning. Please take care along the way. She makes a deep bow and sees me out. More students in uniforms. Saturday school. Looks like we'll be able to get to school in time to spare today. Should be no one but the students, but between the cars going by, I catch a glimpse of someone in white. Oh gosh, look who it is. Look who it is. She is there, dressed in white with golden hair down to her shoulders, long slender brows, and red eyes. I've seen her only once before. But there's no way I could mistake her for someone else. That's impossible. I killed her myself yesterday, cutting her into pieces. What? No, even that's a lie. It's all just a dream. Hisu told me so. But she didn't say anything of the sort. It's just that I wanted to believe it was a dream. Then it really wasn't a dream? But then why? Why does she exist? As real as anything. The light turns green. The students around me walk towards the other side. I'm the only one amongst them who stands there stunned. She sits on the guardrail, her legs swinging idly, as if she is waiting for someone. I can't tell how long she's been waiting, but her expression isn't a grim one. Who is she waiting for? She fidgets restlessly as if waiting for her lover. I have a bad feeling about this. Girl in white looks over my direction. It's probably nothing more than a coincidence. Just a stranger who looks like her. She must be waiting for someone else. If not, then this moment must surely be a bad dream too. After all, I completely and utterly killed her with my own hands. But she's looking this way and smiling. I'm very satisfied in having found the person who killed her. Smile seems to say, "You finally come." Giving a familiar wave and smile, she hops off the guardrail. Fluttering her hair, she heads towards me. Don't come, this is a bad dream. The light turns red. Don't come near me. She doesn't even look like she cares, walking straight across the street while cars pass by. There's only a few meters between us. I'm telling you not to come. The reality before my eyes does not change even when I scream out. She made a voice even I don't understand. I run from the girl in white. I run with all my strength. No regard to embarrassment or shame. I blast through the passers-by, running at full speed across the asphalt. Everything is well, my heart screams out, but still I run. I feel like I'm going crazy if I don't. I look behind me. The girl in white is walking towards me. She's definitely following me. The girl I've killed is chasing me. That's more than enough reason for me to be scared. Ha ha. My heart feels as if we're about to explode, but I know I can keep running. When I look back, the girl is still there. With light footsteps, she follows me as I run away. My head droops down. My arms feel heavy. My legs feel like they're going to tear off. Despite that, I'm running with all my strength, and yet I can't get away from someone who's walking after me. My breathing is out of control. I think I've already run several kilometers. But even so, when I look back, she's always there, walking towards me. I feel like she's taking a stroll. She follows right behind me. It's not funny, but I begin to laugh. Ha 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 ha. I can't stop laughing, but even so I run. My body complains that I'll die if I run anymore, but I keep running. The reason is simple. If she catches me, she'll kill me for sure. I ask myself what I base that on, trying to shake it off as a mere imagination. Even I try to console myself. I am the one who knows best it's true. There's no reason, no basis, no evidence. I already know that's a fact, that if she catches up to me, I will be killed. Pathetically I collapse to the ground. I fall forward not because I choked, but because I simply can't move my body a single step further. Laying there collapsed, I somehow managed to crawl my way to the wall. I try to pull myself up against the wall, but it's no good. My knees lose the strength as I try to raise, and then collapse back down. My body won't move anymore. I look up as I breathe. It hurts. I don't have enough oxygen. I can't think properly because of it. I can't even tell what I'm doing anymore. I don't know why I'm doing this. Why? I don't even know why the girl I've killed is alive. Unmistakably, I've utterly and completely killed her in the most final way imaginable. So why? How can she be waiting for me in front of my school, smiling? I'm sure I killed her. That's right. I'm sure I killed her. 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 So why? Nande. Nanda. Ooh. Is the chase over already? With light footsteps she comes into the alley, shrugging her shoulders in disappointment. Hello. You really gave me some trouble yesterday. With a warm smile, she comes into the alley. I've got to run away, thinking that I retreat, only to hit my head against the concrete wall. The chase is already over, right? This is a dead end after all. There's no need to worry about anyone coming along or interfering. She smiles, looking very happy. Panicking, I look around at my surroundings. A desolate alley. I'm disgusted at my stupidity. Running away here is like asking her to kill me. It's been a long time, 18 hours since then. I finally found you. She takes another step into the alley. You. What? I definitely, yes. I'm the girl you killed yesterday. I'm glad you remember. That can't be true. There's no way that can happen. Don't be ridiculous. Dead people can't be alive. That's true, but there's no need for you to be surprised. I just revived, that's all. With that curt response, she takes another step, the sound of it reaching my ears. The distance between us is gradually decreasing. Revived? Stunned, I repeat the phrase back to her. Revive? You mean some doctor saved her with some surgery? Don't be stupid. There's no way any human could revive from being cut apart like that. Yeah, then again, I'm not human, huh? Her words are so simple, there's no way I could have misinterpreted them. I'm not human. That's what the girl in front of me said. You're not human. Geez, isn't that obvious? Don't you think there's a human being out there who can revive after being cut into pieces? There's no way a human like that could exist. Something like that is just a monster who looks human. Something that revives even when killed. Something that death is irrelevant to. Something that quickly returns to normal and starts moving even after being cut into pieces isn't something you can call human. No way. That seems to be the girl right before my eyes. I try to laugh when my throat is so dry I can't. What the hell is that? It's not exactly a funny story. Besides, there's too many things in the story that aren't funny. Because definitely, if she's not human, it explains why she's alive even after I killed her. I start to calm down. This is a situation where I've got to observe everything and think it over. You said you're not human. So what are you? Me? I'm called a vampire. Yeah, to put it in your terms, I'm a monster who lives off of human blood. Ah, good. Vampire is the least something I can easily understand. I see. You're a vampire. She smiles in satisfaction to indicate her assent. What a crazy reply. I've heard that vampires can't walk around during daytime, but I guess it's just trivial matter right now. So what does this monster want from me? For some reason she recoils, as if surprised. Ha! That face though. After a moment she puts her hand on the hips and looks at me irritated. Have you forgotten what you did to me yesterday? Even though you didn't know me, you cut me apart the moment we met. You've got to be pretty used to this to ask me what I want with you now. She looks more disgusted than angry. Right now, that's how I feel too. Because someone I've killed is complaining to me about killing her. Hey, are you listening, murderer? Yeah, I'm listening. Sorry, could you shut up for just a minute? I'm reflecting on how unlucky this is, even for me. Sheesh. I have the worst luck. There was a girl I wanted to kill for no reason, and I killed her on a pure impulse. My memory wasn't clear after that, so I calmed down, thinking it was just a dream, but it turns out to be real. What's more, it turns out the person killed isn't even human. Ah ha ha. I can't help but laugh. But it's not all bad. If the person I kill has come back to life, then it means I haven't actually killed anyone, right? Well, I suppose the fact remains that I killed someone, but she's still alive. That's something I should honestly be happy about. Yeah, with this I should be able to get back to living my normal life. Normal school life, just like I did up until now. Following exchange, they seem to have been cornered by this strange person, but you might argue that it's a heck of a lot better than becoming a murderer. Okay, I've calmed down. If you got something to say, I'll listen. Complaints, grudges, whatever. Talk all you want. Yeah, I've got a whole lot of things to say to you, but you're weird. Just taking everything in right now. You could say I've built up a resistance to weird stuff like this. I don't think it's of much help in this case, though. Huh, she stares at me. It isn't malicious. It's strange. I thought that to get someone back when they got you was one of the common laws of the world. Then she should be trying to kill me, but what are you staring at? You're here to get revenge, right? Then yeah, I guess I'm supposed to kill you back in theory. I'll kill you if you really want me to, but otherwise I'll pass for now. It's not very efficient that way. She stares at me head on. So, are you sorry? I'm stunned for a moment. The things she says are so out of place. I'm asking you if you're sorry for killing me. Thinking about forgiving you if you are, you see. Besides, I get the feeling you're a pretty bad liar for a human. Sorry, me? Yep. If you apologize to me, then I'm fine with that. This is inevitable. What's so unbelievable? Not that a person killed is forgiving me, but her voice sounds so kind. Hey, you have to give an answer when people ask you seriously, you know. Come on, hurry up and answer. We can't get on with things until we make it clear whether or not you're sorry. She's angry. Am I sorry? She asks. Because without saying, yeah, I regret it. No matter what the reason is, I did kill someone. Without mercy or reason, I killed just for myself. I do regret the fact that I killed someone, but more importantly, the person I killed was you, and so it's a lie. It's alright if she's alive. The fact is that I killed her. It's the ultimate violation, the greatest violence possible. So you can get your revenge on me. I thought it was only natural you'd be here to get revenge. I hang my head, mumbling like I'm confessing to someone. I see. You're not a bad person, she smiles. Despite calling herself a vampire, she has a very honest face. I've decided I'm going to make you help me. Huh? Help her? What is she talking about? Hey, what do you mean by helping you? It's simple. I'm going to get you to help me deal with the vampire which took root in this town. Oh, so there's another vampire. Hold on, I'm getting more and more confused. Dealing with vampires? But you're a... Oh, no. I'm a vampire, but the vampire in this town is a different kind altogether. You live here, don't you? And you should know about the murders that have been occurring lately, right? Yeah, quite a few people have been killed already. Hey, wait. I remember now. Come to think of it, all the killer's victims had their blood extracted or something, didn't they? Don't tell me that exactly. Even the news is saying stuff like, the work of a vampire, right? It's a funny thing. They obviously know what kind of creature's doing it, but no one is going around trying to vanquish it. That's why I've got no choice but to do it for them. Wait, but vampires don't exist. Huh, she lowers her brows in annoyance. Oh, that's right. There's an unidentified person standing right in front of me claiming to be a vampire herself. I don't really understand. But what you're trying to say is that you're here in this town to exterminate vampires, right? That's right, but before I could, I was attacked, killed by some unknown killer. Yeah, that really got me. It was a perfect surprise attack, and I was cut into 17 pieces without any chance to do anything. I see. She must mean me. That's right. Until I was perfectly recovered like this, I was really planning to kill you, you know. That's the first time anyone's embarrassed me like that, and it took about 80% of my power to fully recover. More importantly, it really hurt. It was so painful I thought I was going to go crazy. However, the pain was so great, it restored my sanity. Ooh, a bit of a masochist we got right here. Do you know what it's like experiencing that over and over for a whole night? I don't know. Actually, I don't want to know. So full of hatred, I went out to look for you. I was so worked up that I didn't even care about the vampire. The reason why I'm here. I knew you were a student, so that's why I waited over there for you. I don't get it. If you hated me so much, why are you forgiving me? Let's see, to put it simply, I calmed down after a while. I already used up a lot of my power, and I thought that it would be more efficient to use you as a shield than to kill you. Hold on. You just said something really bad for me, huh? Did I say something like that? You said you were going to use me as a shield. Of course. I already did forgive you, but that's just my personal feelings. You gotta atone for your murder through action, not just emotion, right? But even if you ask me, what's with you? I can't tell when you're being sincere when you're not. Let me repeat it again. You killed me. You probably can't imagine it, but it takes a lot of energy to regenerate once you've been killed. Well, actually, it wouldn't be that big of a deal if you had just killed me, but the way you killed me was something I've never seen before. I couldn't heal the wounds, so I had no choice but to remake my body parts. That's why it took so much energy to revive. She looks angry. It seems like she's just recalling her forgotten anger while she talks. Anyhow, I'm weak right now. I think I'll be able to recover after 2 nights, but if the enemy attacks before then, I'll be in danger. That's why for now, I'll have you be my shield. You'll have me do it. What are you doing? Deciding everything by yourself. What? It was all your fault to begin with, so isn't that much to be expected? Or are you not sorry after all? You look straight at me with honest eyes. This is unfair. Sorry or not, using those eyes is unfair. It's unfair she has such pure eyes like that when she claims she's a vampire. I'm stuck for an answer. I lift my gaze. Huh? What is it? Something odd is there. In the gap between the buildings. Hold on. What's that? I get up and walk. Walk to the middle of the alley and finally realize what it is. A blue-colored bird. A crow, to be precise. A blue crow, that inauspicious thing I saw 2 nights ago. Oh man, the girl murmurs. The girl just stares at us. Geez, thanks for your slowness. He found us. The girl looks at the entrance to the alley. Found us? Who? Cast my gaze towards the alley entrance. Then, take a step back in shock. Before I knew it, the dog had appeared in the narrow path running into the alley. Ooh, has 4 tough legs. Tense neck, like a steel frame. Far removed from that of a human, this one made solely for hunting. A black dog. I start to shake. Black dog looking direction isn't small like a stray, but big as a German Shepherd or Doberman. It just stands there menacing us. The girl says nothing but looks at the dog with hardened eyes. And suddenly the black dog jumps. Now it's running. With its speed makes it seem like it's jumping. I can't do anything. The black dog jumps straight for my throat. I can see it. I can see its black body moving towards me, but I don't even have time to think about dodging it. Thud. I feel a shock on my body. It's hit hard from the side, but not by the black dog. It seems the girl pushed me before I could crush my throat. With an easy movement like someone throwing a ball, she hurls me into the wall using just one hand. With a terrific ram, I fall on my rear. Why you? What in the world are you doing? Never mind that, keep your eyes in front. Girl yells. I look, having lost sight of me. As target, the black dog bounced towards the wall. Sticking to the wall like a lizard, it jumps again. It bounces from the wall towards me. Dog's path is like a black lightning. It's too fast. I can't react. Black dog opens its mouth, filled with teeth and saliva. This time it clamps down towards my windpipe. I close my eyes. The dog's teeth sink into my throat. But in that instant, the dog lets out a yelp and releases me. That's impossible. The black dog lets out a scream and leaps straight up. There's nothing there but nothing as it flies into the sky by itself. It's like that. The black dog, after going several meters into the sky, makes a scream and falls back down onto the concrete. No, more accurately, it was hit by the concrete. She just made me waste more of my energy. Bill quietly approaches the black dog. It is crushing its concrete like a pressed flower. That's quite a mongrel of a familiar. I suppose it was some kind of scout. Black dog liquefies in some kind of tar-like substance and absorbs into concrete. Melted? No, maybe it's just dissolving. Can't be, can it? There's no way chaos would be in a place like this. Heaving alongside, she approaches me. Oh, you didn't seem to be hurt, so there's no problem. Hey, what's that thing? Familiar of an enemy vampire. You were discovered because you weren't being clear. Discovered, you mean? That enemy vampire you mentioned? Yeah, this isn't good. It looks like I really will need you as a shield now. Says so casually as something. Stop saying such crazy things, you idiot. You saw me. What do you think I can do? You're a lot better off by yourself. Not really, with the power I just used to protect you. I really am empty now. What? What in the world? I'm grateful she helped me just then, but still, I can't do it. I can't. I don't have the power to drive away something like that. Sorry, but I can't even be a shield. Liar, you killed me. Why would you lie after doing something like that? That was something I don't even understand myself. No. Look, I can't do it. Just a normal human. Not sure. All you have to do is keep watch while I sleep. That's it. You can't do that much without any problems, right? Look straight at me. Somehow those eyes are making me weaker. Escape somehow. You can't escape. I'll cooperate. For some reason I can't decline. I did kill her after all. It's my fault she's weak and has to ask others for help. It's my responsibility. Besides, although I've known for a little while, she doesn't seem to be like a bad person. So how about it? Can't a human like you cooperate with a vampire like me? Well, that would be the obvious answer, but I don't. Look at me with those eyes. Why is that? It's making me feel like I'm in guilt and unable to refuse. But now that I've gotten myself into this mess, I won't be able to sleep at night if I just deny all responsibility. Man, I just know I'm going to regret this. So yeah, I think I could possibly do it. The enemy is the serial killer, right? As residents of town, I'd probably be stuck with some kind of divine punishment if I refused to help you. I'm not gonna be a shield, but if it's just being your lookout, then I'll do it. I feel disgusted at how stupid I am as soon as I say those words out of my mouth. I feel disgusted, but there's something about her deeply shocked expression that's, wow, are you serious? I'm really a vampire, you know. Hey, listen, why are you saying all this now after you've threatened me so much? That's true, but well, whatever. If you're going to cooperate with me, then I should be grateful. With a very happy expression on her face, she approaches me as I lay there on my rear, up against the wall. Our contract is established. She extends her hand towards me. I guess I can finally introduce myself now. I'm Arcueid. My last name is really long, so just Arcueid is fine for now. I'm a true ancestor type vampire. Ooh. How about you? I heave a heavy sigh over unprecedented introduction. It's a sigh of resignation, evidence I have decided to accept this nonsensical situation. I'm Shiki. Sadly, I'm just your everyday student. I've said it before, but I'm really not going to be much use. Grasping her Arcueid's hand, I stand up. She takes a long, hard look at me and offers me her hand again. Nice to meet you, Shiki. I'll have you take responsibility for killing me. Arcueid grants and extends her left hand. Sigh. There are all sorts of responsibilities in this world, but this is probably the first and last time someone takes responsibility for helping someone they've killed. Damn it, this is seriously messed up. There's nothing else I can do. I begrudgingly extend my left hand and shake hands with a woman in white claiming to be a vampire. A very sexy vampire. Ooh, this is a pretty nice room. I'd have no problem spending the night here. Ooh, Arcueid looks around the hotel room. Got nothing to say for now. My room has probably already been discovered, so let's hide out here for the night. Oh, you don't have to worry about money. I'm rich, so I'll treat you. Speaking cheerfully, Arcueid closes the curtains. She also turns off the lights and the room becomes dark as night. I sigh. What are you thinking, Arcueid? I'm thinking about all sorts of stuff. No, that's not what I mean. I'm asking why you've rented a high-class hotel, not a cheap one, and why you rented out the whole top floor. I tried to say this, but I stopped. Right now, my job is to guard this so-called vampire and nothing more. I'm not going to ask any useless questions, so no, forget it. Do whatever you like. You're weird, Shiki. Suddenly getting mad, going silent like that? Just don't get you. Her kid lies on the bed, smiling like she's having fun. I'm going to sleep until the sun sets. You better rest while you have the chance. Vampires don't move about in the daytime, so you'll be on guard for real during the night. Do you realize you've just said something that completely contradicts your existence? Oh, it's alright for me. Oh, I guess it's almost my limit. Good night, Shiki. Wake me up when the sun sets. Hey, like a machine whose power is cut off, Arcueid suddenly falls asleep. She's so defenseless. Right now I could run away if I wanted to. She did force me to come with her after all. I could easily run away now. Don't even have that impulse in my butt. I even killed you once yet. How is she able to suddenly fall asleep despite that? Look at his face as she sleeps on the bed. Her plump chest rises and falls. It looks like she is breathing, but her body isn't moving at all. It's like the air around her has stopped. It's so tranquil, I even might stop moving. What a peaceful slumber. Kind of defenselessness, though she had absolute trust in me, even though we've only just met. She's so stupid. She's so stupidly honest, I might start to worry. Aside from that, this is the turning point. This may very well be to the point of no return for Tono Shiki. Should be escaping after all. Still, I can't leave her alone. I didn't promise after all. Was I promised? I can't break it. Arcueid is sleeping. Her face is pale white, that of a sick person. Arcueid said she was weak. She said she was very limited just a while ago, so I don't think she considered what I could do after she went to sleep. Oh no. Oh no. We're on the 11th floor, the top floor. Since she rented out the whole floor, there are no other guests here. The only sound is Arcueid's breathing. When I see her like this, she really looks like a nightmarishly beautiful. That white, smooth skin and that silky, light blonde hair, the soft lines of her body, and those long eyelashes that look like swift brushstrokes. A perfect body down to even the small details, the like of which I've never seen before. No, to be more precise, the kind I never would have seen in my entire life. Vampire Nua Arcueid is a girl. I have to take responsibility for the fact she's so weak right now that she falls asleep instantly. Like she just did. You have to take responsibility for your own deeds. Part of my childhood education makes appearance in my head. Sensei even told me my eyes are strange, so they would in turn attract strange things. Then I should be prepared to take responsibility. At the very least, I should keep my promise and protect her for tonight. Oh, the kind you see when you wake up. The color calls some nostalgic memories to mind. Hot summer day, blue sky, the large columns of summer clouds. Voice of cicadas, sound of cicadas. Chirp, chirp. Okay, I was crying. Childless collapsed at her feet. Soaked in blood. Killed. The corpse of a child about my age. Cast off cicada shell. My 2 hands. The music that plays during the sing in the remake is so good. Dude, I don't doubt it. Plus, like, the remake's fully voiced, right? I'm pretty sure. I have the remake downloaded in the English translation, but I'm playing through this because my plan is to play through 3 routes of this. And they don't have the Far Side routes on the remake, and they're not even being translated yet, so it'll be like years before that's actually translated. But dude, like, I'm loving the story so far. It's definitely very good. It's definitely giving me like this is the type of writing and storytelling that I like. Like, it's kind of mystery, a little bit of mystery, a lot of like intense moments, kind of. Dude, very descriptive stuff also. Let's see, Shiki. The adults are coming. The fallen child is still dead. The adults are yelling. Fully voiced, very animated, great CGs, 8 full CDs for the OST. Yeah, dude, like, the OST is crazy. But yeah, like, that, I don't think I'll play through the remake until the CL route gets translated and released. I'll probably play CL's route on there because I like her design better on there also. But yeah, Tyron, if are you watching on my main channel or on my anime channel? Cause if you're on my anime channel, like Pog, I'm actually getting traction now. Cause I guess if I stick to streaming this long enough, I'll eventually track people interested in the Tsukihime remake in Tsukihime. So it's definitely a plus. But wait, let's see. Did you kill him? That dream. A dream I had forgotten even in my dreams. I feel like I remember. Wait, he dies also, but then he comes back to life. Is he a vampire also? Who knows? That could be crazy. I've never played this before, but knowing Nasu, anything is possible, and anything could be hinted already. Sun is already set. Someone is shaking me. A somewhat unfamiliar voice and the touch of a cold hand on my shoulder. Arcueid is standing right in front of me. He's already woken up and it's pitch black outside. Glance at the clock and it says it's already 8. Huh? It's not, huh? I told you to wake me up when the sun went down, and you go and fall asleep? Crap, sorry, I was feeling out of it. I don't remember when I fell asleep, but I'm sure it was while I was staring at Arcueid's sleeping face. Jeez, you lose your qualification as a bodyguard like that. If the enemy had attacked while we were both sleeping, we could have both died, you know. I said I'm sorry, besides, you said it was safe during the daytime. I can't say that for sure. Familiars like the one we saw this morning could have come for us. Arcueid is angry. Well, she's got a right to be. I need a drink. Slurp. Besides, I'm a vampire, you know. How can you just sleep there without feeling any danger? I won't spoil anything, but it's dope. It's my favorite Type Moon work for sure. The remake is very goated, but it's only got 2 arcs. Playing the original is good though. It's quite different. Yeah, I really want to experience like how it was kind of initially meant to be, pretty much, because this is like the base for Tsukihime kind of. But yeah, currently my current favorite like Nasu work is Karno Kyokai though. It's very good. They're my favorite movies ever. Like I've got a favorite series, anime TV series, favorite movies. Karno Kyokai's favorite movie series by far. And if we ever get like a anime adaptation of Tsukihime, like I think it'll definitely be kind of very close to the vibe of like the Karno Kyokai movies probably, which makes me very excited. Let's see, tense enough not to sleep. I take that back. Arcueid doesn't seem to care that I didn't do my job as a bodyguard. She just doesn't seem to like the fact I fell asleep. I can move my body a little better and wake up only to find you sleeping there happily. You look so vulnerable. I was seriously starting to feel uneasy that I might not have the dignity befitting a vampire. Well, I don't think she gets much dignity. You were just as vulnerable yourself. I killed you once before, remember? You can't guarantee I won't do it again, can you? Well, I can't guarantee you won't do other sussy things either, so... Arcueid gives a surprised look, as if she only just realized it. Now that you mention it, you're right. I wonder why I did that. I guess I just had complete confidence in you since we spoke in the alley. Well, saying that doesn't make me feel bad for her, okay? Since you trust me so much, I'll try my best. So, should I just keep watch from now on? Yeah, until sunrise tomorrow. I can't leave the room, so be on guard if someone comes up to this floor. Be on guard, huh? Being on guard it's going to do me no good if one of those black dogs from this morning comes for us. Let us sigh. As expected, it's too heavy a roll for me. Let me ask you something. Was the black dog that attacked us this morning something your enemy sent out? I don't think so. It was probably for surveillance. This patrol route happened to pass through where you and I were talking, and it seems my presence was revealed as a result. Revealed to your enemy. That's right. If I had been in a perfect condition, it would actually save me some time. But right now it's the opposite. If I were attacked now, I'd be the one annihilated. That's why I have to hide out like this for now until my power returns. Yeah, Tsuki atmosphere is closer to Karno Kyokai and Maho than Fate. More urban fantasy though, it goes rather darker than the other Type Moon stuff. More horror psychological. Hopefully you get it a good adaptation one day. Yeah. And honestly, I'd probably say that like the Tsukihime remakes are as close to good adaptation we're gonna get outside of if it never gets like an anime, but I don't think it's likely that it won't get an anime, especially if the Mahoyo movie does really well from Ufotable. I think after that movie releases, if there's enough draw to it, they're definitely going to make a Tsukihime anime. And also, I don't exactly remember how long. I haven't played through MahoTsukai yet. I'm waiting until it gets its re-release this December. I already pre-ordered it, so I'll play through it probably in December. And by that time, I should probably be finished with Tsukihime maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna wait till I play through that. But I'm thinking it's gonna get multiple movies. I'm thinking this, like, I mean, they could adapt it in probably 2 hour like feature film kind of, and it would probably be fine. Um, but I think it probably could be adapted into like at least 2 movies. I would hope. Or they can make it similar to how Kara no Kyokai is adapted, where it's like each kind of major chapter arc kind of is adapted into a single movie kind of. But I don't know. It's just gonna depend on like how successful I think the movie is. But I think it's gonna be really successful because it's Ufotable, it's a Type Moon work. It's not Fate specifically, but like I think a lot of Fate fans probably will go and see it. But like really, it's the first like non-Fate Ufotable Type Moon thing since Kara no Kyokai 9. So I'm extremely excited for it. Like I had vaguely heard about MahoTsukai in passing, but yeah, when like the movie was announced, I was like, oh cool, Ufotable is actually adapting stuff now. But like, yeah, like really now I would say my priority for stuff to get adapted would be like, yeah, MahoTsukai, Tsukihime, and then Fate's first Saber route. Because I think Ufotable will do an excellent job adapting Saber's route. But still really hard probably to catch the feel of the slice of life and stuff in just 2 hours or so. Yeah, and honestly, I don't really care too much about the slice of life stuff completely on the characters, like, but I don't know. Action will be great, of course, yeah. Like, if it's anything similar to how, like, what's her name from Kara no Kyokai 6, like, with, her action scenes, if, like, the magic is, like, animated as good as that, if not better, which it'll probably be better, let's be honest, it's like a whole decade later. It's actually, like, more than a decade later, I think. Yeah, it's more than a decade later since Kara no Kyokai 6 came out. But yeah, if it's on the par with like Kara no Kyokai, it's definitely gonna be good. I'm just hoping it's not like ultra rushed completely. Like all we really need to know is like who Alco is, pretty much, who the side characters are a bit, and then we need to see like the combat. Like there has to be some sort of like villain in there, pretty much, or there doesn't even have to be like an early villain to the series. Like it could just be like setting up the themes, kind of similar to how Kara no Kyokai works, where like the first canonical story chapters are like story chapters are just a kind of build up of the characters more so. I definitely want them to take time with characters because a lot of people aren't going to even know who Alco is. And if the movie really solidifies people's like interest in Alco, then that's a perfect lead up to a Tsukihime anime, because she basically shows up in the first bit of Tsukihime also. So it's going to be a direct connection pretty much. So it should be pretty cool. Let's see. Arcueid enemy, in other words, a serial killer who's been causing the stir in this town of vampire. I want to ask you something. Will you answer my question? I don't mind talking, but are you going to be so formal all of a sudden? Yeah, I haven't asked you the most important thing yet, so what's your ultimate objective here? Me? I'm here to hunt down the vampire. Killing vampires is my duty. Yeah, I do remember you saying something like that before, but you're a vampire, right? What? You still don't believe me? Oh, don't worry. I believe you so much it hurts. I'm asking why would you, a vampire, claim to be doing something as odd as killing other vampires? Oh. You don't like the idea of being from the same species killing each other. Active killing doesn't exactly make my list of favorite things, but she is right. I'm not comfortable with the idea of vampires killing vampires. No, it's just that I can't really imagine something like that happening. Vampires drain the bloods of humans, right? So they should be killing humans, not other vampires. Drinking blood and killing are different things. Well, even so, I know what you're trying to say. You think beings from the same species should help each other out, right? Vampires can be of the same species and still be different life forms. That's why they don't really have what you humans call camaraderie. I knew you were saying something that makes you different from the vampires you're hunting. That's right. The one I'm after is a human vampire. Just like the stereotypical vampire from your human's folklore. He kills humans by draining their blood, turning them into the dead, and uses them to increase his power and influence. That's the sort of vampire I hunt. The one lurking in this town is that sort of old style vampire. That sort of vampire? Seems like they're different types. Don't tell me that you want to be your shield so you can get this guy. Yeah, that's my original intent, but after talking to you, I've changed my mind. See, at first I thought you were someone from the church. Ooh, the Holy Church. Crazy now. Joe, I hope that like Nasu actually makes like a work that's more focused around like the Holy Church. I think that would be pretty cool, because then they could tie it in with like a lot of the other Fate stuff as well. Rushing it is my fear. 2 to 3 movies would work better, but impossible to really capture the entire essence of a 20-hour novel in an adaptation. My hopes are they do it justice though as a companion piece. Yeah, like the thing is, they don't need to show everything or like every little small detail completely. They just need to have the details that are important enough to set up the villains, to set up the characters, and to like link it in with other Type Moon works. But yeah, definitely I think it's going to be multiple films. I don't think Ufotable would adapt it to where it's like ultra rushed to the very end of like the novel and then like a cliffhanger at the end, and then they just leave it, because then it would be like tons of years before it's even pops up again. So it decreases like the chance of success of the next movie pretty much. Ufotable doesn't completely work that way. It's like they have a project, they get the most out of it in terms of marketing. It just wouldn't make good marketing sense. That's Tsukihime. He said fate is basically magic association, whereas Tsukihime's stories are church oriented. Ah, that's pretty good. And then I guess Karno Kyokai's story would be more mage associate. Well, not kind of a mix of both. Well, not really a mix of both. Church doesn't really appear in Karno Kyokai. But I think it's more of like a personal kind of, I don't know. Karno Kyokai is kind of just he expands the world in church and remake, so get hype. Dude, I'm down. I might play through your Arcueid Route then on the remake. Yeah, Karno Kyokai is kind of a weird place, but that's why I like Karno Kyokai so much, because like freaking movie 5 is probably like movie 5 I would say is probably like peak Nasu writing. Just peak isolated but not isolated Nasu writing. Like, it's like one of those movies where it's like as everything gets explained or like revealed or like world built, it's just gonna get even crazier when you think back about like when that movie came out. Like there wasn't too much that people even understood about like the swirl of the root and that kind of stuff. Because like at that time, like Fate had been around, so there was already the context clues to be able to figure it out. But like, dude, there's like, it's just a crazy movie. I definitely put it up there as my favorite Nasu. I would just say like that's like peak writing from Nasu in my opinion, because it's not like completely focused around the characters completely. It's basically, I guess, Karno no Kyokai more sets the basis for counterforce themes. Let's see. Nasu has said basically Suki, Karno Kyokai, and Mahoyo were the foundations for the settings. Fate is more of its own thing. Yeah, which really kind of makes sense. And even if the fandom is split between like hardcore Nasu fans, because like I would consider myself like a fundamentalist Nasu fan, where it's like I prefer like the older writing stuff, and then I branch out into the later writing as it relates to like Fate and that kind of stuff to expand my view of the original. So like for example, I consider core Fate like Fate Zero, Stay Night, like 3 routes of Stay Night pretty much. I haven't gotten around to knowing much about like Ataraxia, but I'm hoping that Nasu goes back and like does a remake of Ataraxia and like makes it actually coherent with stuff, because that would make me pretty happy. But yeah, Karno Kyokai being like counterforce stuff definitely is pretty cool, because it's like Karno Kyokai is like the original like counterforce and spiral and the root idea pretty much, but then it's expanded upon in like Fate Stay Night, pretty much. But it's like if you watch either one before, his older stuff is better lol, FGO, and most extra stuff is UG. CCC pretty good though. What's CCC? Core something? I don't know. CCC. I don't know, but like my opinion on FGO, I think it's a pretty good idea as a world expansion kind of thing, and plus it's just very marketable, very marketable. But the whole like going back in time and like unfucking up history, I guess, it's kind of a cool idea as like kind of the end of where the Nasuverse goes, but like you can have like a whole universe built up before that all that kind of shenanigans goes down, you know, and it doesn't really take away from the original stories, which is why I think it's still pretty good. Part of the Extra Fate series? Yeah, I don't know, I watched the Fate Extra anime, but like I didn't really understand it completely. Like it was kind of wacky. I'll probably go back to it at some point, but I don't know, it really just kind of seemed like not much actually going on. Then again, I didn't actually see the finale. Like I fell asleep while watching it. That's how uninterested I was back then. But yeah, like my hope is that the rest of this decade, or like the next decade of Type Moon, is going to be more focused around like Tsukihime, Karno Kyokai, because I definitely think there is a few things that Nasu can do to make Karno Kyokai relevant again more so. Like he can definitely make stuff about like clan leader Ryogi and like Mikia's kind of stuff in there between movie 8 and 9. That's what I really would like to see, because it's like they hinted at some of that kind of stuff in the 9th movie, but it's just not really expanded upon, and like the series in itself isn't really that linked to Fate completely, or like the rest of the Nasuverse beyond like Toko Awazaki and her appearance in like Heaven's Feel Route. So, but that's about it. I don't know. Like I I want there to be more Chrono Kyokai stuff, but it just needs to be like a cherry on top of the whole project, pretty much. And not just like a, oh yeah, we're making like a Chrono Kyokai version 2. Nasu's big sin was letting other people write in his setting. That's why FGO had such and such is so inconsistent. I think it's kind of shallow compared to his other stuff. Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't care if it's shallow completely, because it's FGO, it's just like a mobile game story pretty much. And it's just like its own more isolated kind of thing. Like, it's not trying to connect with other Nasu works that directly. So I think it's fine. There is some Chrono Kyo crossover with Fate, yeah. Toko appearing in Heaven's Feel, and that's pretty much it. And then I guess the Swirl of the Root concept, pretty much. But then I guess you could also say, because I've heard rumors that like Kokuto Mikia, or I guess Kokuto Ryogi, after he marries Shiki, I've heard that he appears later in like the Elmaloy game, Elmaloy chapters or something, but that hasn't been adapted into an anime yet. So I still haven't watched the first season of Elmaloy. So I'll probably do that pretty soon. Miki appears in Adventures. Yeah. And see, stuff like that is stuff I really like about the Nasuverse, where it's like, yeah, they exist in the world, pretty much. Like, it's totally possible that, like, well, I don't want to say anything, but like my thought is that, like, since MahoTsukai, like, probably will get a sequel at some point, it wouldn't be out of the blue to have, like, Shiki Ryogi appear in there, or, like, have some, like, Tsukihime characters appear, necessarily. Because MahoTsukai is, like, one of the, like, the earliest works in terms of time. Like, it happens even before, like, Chrono Kyokai in, it's where it happens in time, pretty much. So, like, in theory, after a certain point in the stories, you could actually have some crossover with, like, Chrono Kyokai characters, Tsukihime characters, or even, like, Fate characters. Which would be pretty interesting. Or like, you could even just have references to that happening. Like, if there's a Tsukihime 2, I don't know exactly what point in time it ends off of, but if they make a Tsukihime 2, then you could have references to, like, if it is really based around the church, you could have, like, rumors in the church about, like, one of, like, the church leaders, like, going to oversee, like, the Holy Grail Wars. It would just be something really small like that, but it'd be pretty dope to see. And, like, you could even have, like, Kirei Kotomine showing up, something like that. The timeline is kind of weird for Type Moon. Stories are split into 2 different worlds, Fate-centric and Suki-centric. Mahoyo takes place in Tsukihime worlds, which can't have service or heroic spirits. Okay. That kind of makes sense. Because, I mean, like, if Fate is just by itself, kind of, in terms of its world building, it's like there's definitely a point at where they would converge in their, like, prehistory kind of stuff. But I don't know. I don't mind Fate being separate but connected in ways. But like, the other thing is that if, like, it's not actually specifically stated that Tsukihime's world can't have heroic spirits, then it's not out of the possibility of it being added later on in order to tie stuff together. It's really whatever Nasu kind of wants to do. So I thought you might. Okay, but I think I'm gonna save, and I think I'm probably gonna end it here because it's like 1:39. It's plenty late for me. Plenty late for me, but dude, I'm loving it. Today was Very good Tsukihime day. But yeah, Tarn, make sure you subscribe if you want more Tsukihime playthrough. I'd definitely be down to like chat and whatever whenever I'm streaming. It's pretty good. Stated that servants can't exist in Tsukihime. Like if the Tsukihime characters existed in Fate, they would have already entirely different history / be different characters. Okay. Interesting. Then I guess I would put Karno Kyokai as like the bridge between Fate and Tsukihime, like thematically. Or like it's the canonical bridge between the two, even though it's not like it's not directly connected completely to Tsukihime or Fate then. And like my point is that like Toko Azaki appears in Fate, so it has some like shared point of canon with Karno Kyokai in that sense, in terms of like characters and world building and who's actually exists in timelines pretty much. And then yeah, I guess Tsukihime, because like Toko exists in Tsukihime universe stuff also, which is pretty cool. But anyway, I guess this is the end of my playthrough today. I'll whip up the thumbnail, re-edit the stream a bit, and then yeah, it'll be up on my second anime channel. Link in the description if you're on my main channel. Trying to grow that up a bit. But yeah, I'll end stream right here.